Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. And this movie came out in 1974 and is directed by Martin Scorsese. And I believe this was the film he made after Mean Streets, but before Taxi Driver. And I thought this movie was pretty good. I really enjoyed the story, and I really liked the opening scene of this movie and how it was presented as a dream sequence. That was pretty cool. And then the movie goes from there, and it's not so much a dream and is very much reality, just kind of kicking in. And Alice is in her 30s. She has a kid, and she's just trying to balance out her life and get a job and make enough money. And I like where the story goes from there. And I liked the characters in this movie. I found them to be likable characters, or at the very least interesting characters, especially Alice. Whenever she's trying to get attention for doing her best, she's completely ignored, or she would like to, at the very least, get some amount of appreciation for her hard work, but that never really happens. And we just follow her around, and eventually she meets Chris Christopherson. There's a bit of a romance element going on there, and I liked where that went, and I thought the performances were very good in this film. Even the child actor I thought was good. And overall, this movie was a good drama, and it was entertaining throughout the entire thing. It never overstayed its welcome. It's just under 2 hours. It uses up that runtime pretty well, I feel, in the sense that it doesn't overstay its welcome or left me wanting a lot more, to the point where it kind of missed the emotional impact of certain scenes. Like, that never happened for me. I thought it was just good and acceptable for what it was, and I'm happy with what we got. And the movie is well shot throughout, and there's some interesting shots in this movie. And one thing to mention about the kid, he was kind of simultaneously annoying, but he's also kind of somewhat likable at other points in the film. And you understand him as a character, at the very least, as to why he's doing the things that he's doing. And I did like where the story went in this film. There wasn't any point where I felt as though, this part of the story, it just felt thrown in there and didn't need to be there. Like, that never happened while watching the movie for me. But I will say that some elements of the story did feel rushed for me. And I'm not going to say what those things are because I don't want to spoil anything, but a couple things just felt rushed and were a bit underdeveloped. And although I did say that I never felt as though this movie was too short where things missed the emotional impact, I'm talking about really big scenes, like major scenes, but these are kind of like small things that I feel as though I wished I had a bit more time given to them, like with Harvey Keitel. I wished that they had more time with that character and really developed that out a bit better. And there were points where this isn't really a big issue for me, but there were a couple points in the movie where I was starting to almost fill the runtime, but then a new scene would start, and I was like, we're actually going this way, and I'm fine with the story going in this direction. And there are characters in this movie where you may not like them at first, but the movie develops them and makes them interesting, and then you find them likable. And sometimes it's the other way around, which I find to be very interesting. It never becomes predictable in that sense. And also, Jodie Foster's in this movie. I haven't even mentioned her. She was really good in this film. I liked what she added to the story, and there's one really good scene with her. And by the end of the film, I just thought it was good. I didn't really have a whole lot to say about it because after a certain point, I kind of just stopped taking notes and realized there isn't really much else to take note of because everything is done well for the most part. And I think that what I have is just fine enough, even if it's not a whole lot of things to say. I feel like in terms of my overall experience, I was like, yep, that was good. And I didn't really have many issues with it. And so overall, it's just a solid movie that I would recommend. And check this movie out whenever you get the chance. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below your thought of Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Dallas Buyers Club. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.